Welcome to Being Sharon Gibson's podcast, BSG.
Hello, BSG fighters. Welcome to Being Sharon Gibson's podcast. This is season 5, episode 4, with a recurring guest, Deep. He is a science fiction author, a musician who just released an amazing, dope-ass song that I really love. As intended, I'm going to transform your mind into a strong, positive mind. Before I dive into today's topic, I would like all of you to know that my TikTok community is absolutely different from my podcast community. So check out the videos on my TikTok platform, specially curated for you. Welcome, Deep. Welcome
Hi,
again.
Sharon. Hi, Sharon. It's good to be back. Thank
I
you so much for
know.
having me.
You're welcome. How are you doing?
I'm perfect. Happy New Year to you and all your guests
Happy New Year
and
to you
all
too.
your listeners. Yeah. What are we talking about today?
Well, I thought you were going to give us, like, for any new listener, you tell us a little bit more about yourself, or what I said was enough.
Oh, yeah.
It
You
was enough.
explained it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I just want to say is all listeners of Being Sharon Gibson, just go and check out my new song. It's on YouTube. I'm sure Sharon's going to put a link underneath. So just click
Okay,
on
I
it.
will do that.
Like, share,
I will do that.
subscribe.
I know but it was so dope. The song was so, like, it
Yeah, you
gave me
liked
the
it?
Vice Cartel vibe. Do you understand?
You know
Like,
what
the
Shehzade
man
means?
is,
I mean, Shehzada is a prince.
but I
So
was,
when you talk about Shehzade, I mean, it's a
yeah.
plural of prince. So yeah, it's all about alpha boys.
Oh, it was really nice. It
Yeah.
was so nice. I was trying to use the sound on Instagram, but I noticed that it's not on Instagram.
No, it will be actually. I've already given it to the distributor. So
Oh, okay.
hopefully it will be on by Monday or Tuesday
Oh,
latest.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So then you can use it on everywhere. I mean, Spotify, Amazon, and it will be available, Apple Music and all, everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Because it's a
Because the
really
first
dope ass
time,
song.
it's taking me a little while to just put things on. But yeah, hopefully things will be sorted by next week.
Oh, but it's amazing. I just love the vibe. I was smiling when I was watching the video.
Yeah. Oh,
No, because I didn't know.
thank you so
You know, I
much.
love men, so it's just
Yeah,
like,
you do.
it's just like seeing, like, men
It's
in
all
their
about,
masculine
yeah,
energy.
it is about the song is especially, it is all about that only, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice.
I'm
And
I'm really glad you liked it.
oh, I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the twist. It's not like an unexpected Indian song, and it's just like a mix
Yeah,
of,
it's like dingy dingy
it's just
dingy
really
dingy.
nice.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's so nice. Anyways,
yeah, it's different.
congratulations to us, because last episode that we did together, which was in season 4, was the most listened, of the season. And
Oh yeah.
congratulations. So
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah,
Thank
so,
you.
and thank
Yeah,
you
we
so
did
much.
well. Hopefully this will break that record.
Amen. Amen. It will. And
Yeah,
I
new
saw
year,
some,
new records.
yes, and I saw so many Indian people, like, supporting, and it was so nice. Like, the second country on the list, or I think the third country on the list of most of the people that
Yeah.
listened to my podcast were Indian. So it was so
Oh
nice
yeah.
to
Oh,
say they're very supportive.
well, they are.
Okay.
Yes, even for my song, I mean, all the,
Yeah,
greetings and everything I'm receiving, it's very overwhelming.
that's so
It's
nice.
beautiful. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So today's episode is
Yeah.
titled "What Makes Men Different," and I will be sharing, one or two top rules for success that I got from highly successful and influential people. I do that. It's something I've started at the beginning and also at the end. So today's person is Marie Folio. She's an entrepreneur, an author, and the CEO of Time
Oh,
Genius and
nice.
B School.
Mm.
Yes, she's actually a best-selling author. And the
Oh,
top rule,
nice.
the top rules that I got from Evan's platform is: adore your detours, trust the timing of your life, and aim to be great. So let's dive into today's.
Well, we'll try.
We're already in the process of being great.
Yeah.
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 So let's dive into today's topic. What
Perfect.
makes men different. And I'm really, really interested in it because when I go on social media, I see a lot of, fights between men and women, and women trying to say this is how men think, and men are trying to say this is how we think, and women are trying to say this is what we want, and men are like this is what we want. And it's like there's so
But it's good,
ma-
no? In a way, at least they're communicating. Nobody's forcing each other. They're just putting across their points. You should be agree to disagree at points, or you
yeah,
should
that
just leave it that way. As far as we are not harming each other,
yeah.
and it's a
But
beautiful place.
I feel for some reason I feel like we don't understand men the way
We, as
we're
in, you're talking
supposed to.
about women.
Yeah, women,
Oh.
like, even let me just talk for myself because like
Mhm.
my partner, I mean, I didn't really understand him. It
Mhm.
took patience to get to where I am now,
Yes.
and he always used to say, just be patient with me. And I'm like, you to be patient with me. But I just got I just got to understand that, we're just like two different people. And that's what makes it easy for us to, be
Oh.
partners because of our differences. And we just need to appreciate each other's difference. So my first question to you is, do you feel that men in society are misunderstood?
Well, what should I say? I mean, you think so?
What are some of the things that you feel we do not
Well,
understand
men
about
do
men?
feel that they are misunderstood, I would say. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. And what
Yeah,
is
because I would say it's differences in communication style, societal
exactly
expectations, and
exactly
personal experience are
exactly
all possible explanation, I would say.
that's a good one. I like what you said there. Difference in
Yeah,
communication
yeah.
styles. I really
Well,
love that because,
yeah.
like, a woman would be like, if you love me, you call me all the time, maybe morning, afternoon, evening. You tell me you love me, and fortunately for me, I chanced on a video 2 days ago by
Okay.
Lisa Nichols, and
All
she
right.
was talking about her partner because she got married at 55, and she
Mm-hmm.
was saying that when she says I love you, when she was dating her partner and she says I love you to her partner, it seemed foreign to him, and his reaction to it will probably be something like in the lines of like thank you, or something like that.
Oh,
And it's not that he did
she
exactly.
won't appreciate that. Yeah, I
Exactly. And
know.
it's like, do you really love me? And it's so funny because coincidentally, the same thing happens in my life because my partner is the same. Like,
Yeah,
I could say,
it's not
I
about
love
that.
you. And he's
Yeah.
like, and when I watched that video, I was like, okay, it makes sense now because
Mm.
it's foreign to him. And I spoke about it because I'm very, very expressive and vocal. So I spoke about it with my partner, and he was like, I'm not used to this. And I didn't understand when
Yeah.
he said that at that time. We've had arguments about it, but just listening to Lisa just made me more patient to him.
Well,
And
that's what I was going to say, that men do feel misunderstood with their
yes,
feelings or
yes,
viewpoints are not successfully communicated. So it's more of a
exactly.
communication problem, but this is how we are. I mean, we are not as smart as women who can express their feelings like
Yeah,
emotionally or forcefully at times. But
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
we
That's
resist to
so
do
true.
that, and that's why we probably feel misunderstood. But I think men should work on that because we have to be more open, and open communication and empathy are vital for bridging understanding between people outside.
But if there's one thing I've noticed is that men, it takes them more time to be open than women. I've noticed that, like, let's say with my partner, for instance, when we were together for 4 months, he wasn't as open as 6 months or
Mhm.
7 months. And it's just like, okay, so the more we stick together and endure things together, the more open he becomes. So it's not about just like they take time to trust, you know. Now,
Mhm.
when we met, he wasn't telling me his projects, he wasn't telling me certain things, he wasn't telling me his wins. With time, it just gets better. And I'm like, the way
Mhm.
we women are, we take
Mhm.
like we are just like everything fast, fast, fast. But the guys like actually take their time to,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
do actually, because mostly people think that, oh, if I shouldn't hurt the other person, so that
yeah.
stops them to be fully like behave. Even though if a man with a woman for donkey's years, the way he behaves with his friend circle and the same boys group and all that, it's all different.
Mm.
It's not the same how he behaves with his wife or his partner or
But I
somebody else.
think, do you know,
Yeah.
I think that because
Mm-hmm.
I'm using my personal experience to explain
Mm-hmm.
certain things. I think that is because the woman doesn't allow him to be himself around her.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Because
You want to
me,
change everything about him, then you call him you're a
exactly.
changed person now.
Exactly, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
fortunately for me, I don't have any relationship trauma with guys. Like, I've had great relationship with guys. So, like,
Uh-huh.
and my partners are always themselves around me. They can literally fool around me and be themselves and, act like they're acting with your boys,
Yeah, because you allowed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I don't shame them for anything. Like, you can see them
Mm.
dancing crazy and I'm dancing with them
Yeah.
or I'm laughing with them.
See.
They're singing for me and I'm not like, shut up. I'm like, okay, keep singing for me. And like
Exactly.
I allow them to be themselves. So I think that idea that guys are like this with their boys and like this is with their girls is not because they want to be like that, but I feel like is sort of like
Exactly. If you
a
want somebody to
defense.
behave a certain way, then
Exactly.
obviously you don't want him to behave the way he wants to do it or the way
Exactly.
he is naturally is. So yeah, that's the
Exactly.
difference.
Exactly. So, does operating rationally benefit you more than being emotional as a man?
Well, benefits me individually on if it's just for me, then obviously to be rational is the best.
I'm telling you. I don't even
But
know why I asked this question because I don't know why I asked this question because yes, of course, be
yeah,
rational. I think
yeah,
I know why I asked this question. I think I put this question because
but
we are
yes,
emotional beings and we are very more expressive. But
exactly.
I've
But
had that guys.
when you put somebody else, another human being, especially, even if not the human being, if you're talking about just being in the society, then there's so many factors involved. Even if I be rational or not, there's so many things involved in it. And when you put another human being, that it's only not just me who can decide everything. So even doesn't matter how rational I am, I gotta respect the other person also. So now that's why I think people coin this in this AI world. This new thing is emotional intelligence, the EI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
That
very
is what we all need, irrespective of man or woman. But I
true.
think the emotional intelligence is what is, I think, which has there. I would say there are five key elements to it, which
Mm,
is self awareness. Obviously, you need self regulation, then you need motivation for yourself, empathy for other, and the social skills. The social skills depends, you know and it is for the society, so that consider all your emotion values. You can be rational for self-awareness, you can be rational for self-regulation, motivation, and a little bit for empathy also, but for social skills you got to be emotional. So you
yeah,
have to forms a certain balance between both of them. I can't say a person can be successful just with the rationality or
mm,
the emotional
mm.
value.
Yeah.
You have
Balance,
to create
balance.
certain balance,
That's
and you
in
have to have
balance.
the emotional intelligence now, that even when you're emotional you should have some intelligence in you. You just can't go with the flow
That's
at
true.
this age. Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
very less time. You gotta make right decisions.
yeah, that's
So I
true.
think we have to use our brain with our emotions.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
so accurate. So, are you decisive when it comes to what you want in a woman, in a job?
Well, yeah, as far as see, again, it depends on so many things. As I said, there is finance
Exactly.
involved, the emotions involved, the family involved, the people involved, the distance involved, their acceptance. So there's so many things. It can't be just I can say that this is what I want. but whom I'm saying to. If I'm saying it to myself, then it's good enough. But if I'm saying to my wife, she'll throw me out.
Yeah.
So you have to, where decisiveness can be useful in variety of context, I would say, but
Yeah,
including
but
relationship, career, family role. Being clear about one's aim, value, and priorities might help to make better decisions, maybe.
yeah,
But
because like you hear people, sorry for cutting you off, but you hear
mm-hmm,
people say something like when a man wants something, like a man knows what he wants. So if like for example, I'm with a guy right now and he's like, I'm not
mm-hmm,
ready for a relationship. Like
mm-hmm.
society is saying that if a guy tells you he's not ready for a relationship, then that means he doesn't like you and he doesn't want you. So
No, that's
I'm
not the
like,
case.
yeah,
No, no,
because like
no.
I always see that there are different scenarios to life because when my partner met me, I just came out of a relationship and it was like, I wasn't ready for a relationship. Like he was so mad at me because when I met him after the date, I ghosted. If
Yeah.
roles were to have switched, you'd be like, why did a guy ghost me? I ghosted, and this guy hunts me down.
All right.
But,
Well,
like he was not like in a bad way, but he literally hunts me down to say like, I want to be with you. But I was like, but he didn't come off as I want a relationship. We just started off like,
well,
really
exactly.
slowly, you
Yeah.
know, and I never questioned like, like his actions. I look at your actions. I don't look at what like society would say. If this is what, if the guy does this or says this, then that means he wants you or he wants to be with you or he's the love of your
Yeah.
life. You look at
Exactly.
the
No,
actions
you
like
want that exactly. Every
exactly
woman like that,
we
but
do.
only in initial days. Once you guys are together, and then he forces with that passion that this is what I want, this is what I want from you,
Yeah,
this is what I want. Then you're like, wait a minute, now it's going too far. So initial
exactly.
days, everybody wants that passion, everything,
Yeah,
but it changes with the
it
time, I
changes
would
with
say.
time.
Yeah.
It changes with time. So I feel like most men, maybe they like you, they love your personality. Even some of them, I'm not speaking for everybody, but
Mm-hmm.
like they might not be ready at that time to commit. And it's not a bad thing. Do you understand? It's just that at this
Mm-hmm.
point in my life, financially, psychologically, I'm not ready to take on the role
Yeah.
of being a boyfriend, but you're somebody that I consider to have a future with. But
Yeah.
putting a label on it right now will make it complicated for us. So let's take our time. Obviously,
Yeah, but
maybe,
they're being rational, aren't they? If they're saying that,
yeah,
maybe
they're being
you're ready for
rational.
that. Yeah, but maybe I think it's very complicated.
It's very, you see,
Individual. Yeah.
this is very good because I actually said that life is not that simple like we
It's
think it
not.
is. It's
Yeah.
complicated. Like
Yeah,
life is
because you have to put so many things on place.
exactly.
Mm,
Exactly. And there are always two sides to the coin. There are cases where life is
absolutely.
simple and life is complicated.
Hmm.
There are cases where life is easy and life is hard. So there's always two
Exactly.
sides to the coin. It's not just
Exactly.
a one-way route or like, just one way. No, there's two ways to everything like in life. So life is complicated. Like most people have the idea that, oh, I just meet this guy, he's single, doesn't have any kids, and we're going to get married and have a great life and start a family. But you can actually meet a guy who probably, you know has like
Yeah.
two baby, like three
Absolutely.
children without getting married, and
Yeah.
it's probably like mistakes upon mistakes that he didn't anticipate to happen in his life. So like
Absolutely.
life is not as simple as society makes as think it is. So why do some men aim so high? Like what keeps them so focused?
I would say not focus, but yeah, there's this societal pressure, I would say.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's in their nature.
Yeah.
It's in their nature, or is actually like intentionality. Like they're intentional about it.
Yeah, I would say, it's not their intention, it's that's how they're brought up.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure. You have to find a good job, you have to work a certain way, you need to support your family, need to provide things, so you can't be emotional at any point of time. Just because of that, even though they're emotional, they can't express it this certain way.
Mm,
They
that's
have to keep it inside themselves most of the time. Even if they try to come out like that, then obviously people don't consider them as strong as a man should be in the society. So that's why probably, even though they don't want to, there are a lot of men I know personally who are not happy with what they're doing, but they have to
Yeah.
present themselves a certain way just to satisfy their family or their partner or the society.
Yeah.
So they do aim high just to get out of, because that's how, what they've been taught all through their lives, that whatever you're doing, you gotta be the best in whatever you're doing. You never accept somebody who says, I failed in this, and it's still okay, or you praise him for saying that, or if he's crying in front of 10 people and you say, oh, it's okay. First thing you say, don't cry like a baby, or don't cry like a girl. So they have to present themselves certain way, which obviously, even if they don't want to focus on something, because I know a lot of unsuccessful people running around in this world. So it's not like all men are successful or they're all aiming high, but they all
Yeah.
present it like that to their family or their friends, that
That's
I
true.
am doing something, just because so people think good about him, though himself, obviously everyone knows what's going inside them.
That's true.
That's why we are getting all these suicide attempts and all. It's mostly men. I mean, it's 75 to 25 ratio between men and women, just because of that, because we are not as expressive as women, so we can't come out and say things and then expect the world to accept exactly we accept a woman saying the same thing, like
Yes,
that,
yeah.
I can't do this and it's okay. For man, it's not okay. And there's a lot of competition out there, so you gotta aim high right now. You can't just say that I don't want to do nothing. Your partner, your family won't respect you doing that, would
That's
they?
true. No one will
Yeah.
respect you, unfortunately.
Exactly. So
No
man is
one.
always about, if you're talking about a woman, when you say she's a nice lady because she's cooking well, she looks after
Yeah.
the kids, and yeah,
Yeah.
then she's a nice lady. But
Yeah,
who is a
true.
nice man, who provides for his family, who is doing
Yeah.
some charity work, who is going out, who is in working in either NASA or playing for Manchester United? They are the good people. So
Yeah,
it's
true.
always about their
What they
doing,
do.
not about himself.
Him. Oh, he.
Whereas
Yeah.
when, yeah, but rather when we talk about a woman, how she behaves, how nice she's looking, and all that makes her, significant in this world. But
Yeah.
that doesn't go for a man. So yeah, that's why they have to aim high, and they better do, because women are, really going on top now. So yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you view women in the world?
Oh, they're all beautiful. I love them all. It's not about, women are beautiful, you all know that, and all women in my life, say you talk about your mother or your daughter
Yeah.
or your sisters or your wife, then you're not looking them as a woman, do you? Then you're looking them just by their personality and how you are behaving towards them. You are all about emotions afterwards. Then you're
Yeah.
not thinking about how, that she's a woman or things like that. So for the women in the world, I would say it's different. I mean, I have a lot of
Yeah.
respect obviously for them. I have no doubt that they're much smarter than me. So yeah, but I think they should be more considerate toward men. That's the
Oh
only
my
thing.
god, this words
Yeah.
this words you just used. My partner used it on me. He was like, you, because we had a fight, and he was like, you literally have no consideration for me. And I
Yeah.
started playing back every single thing I did, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong. Like I literally, like he does this the slightest thing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
pissed. And it was so true. Like I had no concentration. This guy has pardoned my behavior several
Yeah.
times. Like he's so patient with me, and I'm like, I have zero patience, zero tolerance to anything you do. And when he said that, I was wild, and I told myself that, you know what, I'm gonna put in the work to give him more grace,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you know
No,
he's
the thing
okay.
is, I think it comes from the insecurity, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why women think they are much better, especially, I'm sure,
Oh
but
no,
what,
I don't think
yeah, yeah, no,
so.
no, they are. I'm sure they are. But, all I'm saying is they should sense their self-worth. They
Yeah.
shouldn't be that, insecure about men being going out or men being doing this or that. With men, it's all different. Even though
Mm,
if it's with hundred of women, but the one he loves, it's
mm,
always in his mind. So it's there's no comparison. There's
yeah.
never a comparison with, even if you ask your partner, he would say the same thing to you.
That's true.
Yeah. And
That's true.
I mean, they should be more determined about their choices also. And I'm sure, I mean, women should know their right to influence this social change. I mean, I'm sure they know that they can do it, but they should be more affirm about things they can do in this world rather than be, more dependent on the others and thinking that they should be considerate. I think women should be more considerate. That's the only thing I would say.
Yeah,
Other
that's
than that, you're all beautiful. And I love you, all of you.
we love you too. Okay, so my final question to you is what makes a man's characteristics or personality exceptional from that of a woman? What makes it different? What makes them
Oh,
different from women? I
I think
have
it's
like
very
one
individual.
idea.
Yeah, yeah.
I have like the fact that we are more emotional than rational and they are more rational than emotional.
No, it's not that. As I told you, it's not about that. It's like we are not that expressive.
Mm,
We can't express as smartly or as openly or as forcefully as women can do. It shows on your faces when you are angry, when you're not, when you're smiling.
yeah,
When it all comes on your face, right?
yeah,
But
true.
man, we only have one expression. That where's my beer?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
So yeah, no, it's not like the characterization. It's very individual thing, I would say. But to be honest, if we're talking about larger spectrum, then men should be more. As I mean, we all are great, doing well in life and everything. But again, I think we should be like, I would say, a martial artist,
mm-hmm.
or a wrestler. First thing you teach them that to know what you can cause a lot of damage to
Yeah,
things. So when a partner involved in your life or things like that, I think the aggression, men should work on that, because I think that is a characterization which is not going in favor of men anymore. I mean, it was early days were different when this kind of aggression or strength was needed. Now both men and women working on computers, you don't need any
yeah,
more that strength anymore, right? And if you consider, it's just, if you go by the figures, I mean, if 2022 in the jail only in
yeah.
USA, there was over 1 million men is in the prison for that year only, not
Wow.
even 100K women. So I'm sure women are more peaceful just because they can express themselves better, which gives them
Yeah,
very peaceful mind because they takes everything out
that's true.
because of the anger. And as you said earlier, life isn't easy, it's not simple, it's complex, and we all are only one mistake away to end up in jail. Just one
Mm,
mistake. It doesn't
yeah,
matter how nicely you lived, you've done PhD or made a song or
that's
done this
true.
or that. It's just one thing and you're locked up. So we should be very careful about people around us.
That's a
We
good
should
one.
be more forgiveful, and we should be desirous. I'm not saying, I mean, I'm contradicting myself, but I could never be a man who can't desire. I mean, obviously, we
Yeah,
all want
I mean, there's
everything in life.
yeah, of course,
Yeah,
there's always two
and
sides
it's
to
nothing wrong
things.
in it, but it's
Yeah,
just, I mean, self love is good, but you should respect other people around you as well.
yeah.
So
So, is
yeah.
there any life lesson that you live by? I asked the last season, but I'm asking again.
Well, I have only one thing to say, that there's nothing more important in life is
You
life
said that
itself.
last season.
Yeah, it's still there. See, there's another. If we all have a fixed size canvas with us,
You don't have
and
you don't have two lessons that you live by.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That you all have one can like every year nowadays. What I've decided is every year, whatever I've loved. Like last year, I've published a novel, so I finished a novel. I've published it. Last
Beautiful.
that
Congratulations.
was 2022. In 23rd, I wrote this song. I've composed it. I sang it, and I've performed in it. Got released on 31st only, 31st of December. So that
Beautiful.
was my 23. So every year I've planned that doesn't matter how hard I'm working. Obviously, I have to do other bits also. I have to run a business. I have to do other things just to,
Yeah.
fulfill all other things. But still, I've got to be, I know that this time is not coming back.
Yeah,
And we
true.
all have, a fixed size canvas. We have given the colors. It depends on us now that we make a mess out of it or we make
Yeah.
a Mona Lisa. So,
Yeah.
you know but
That's true.
on top of that, the hand has to move has to be moving. If you're not there, doesn't matter what people are saying behind you, that this guy was a great writer or a great singer, musician, but you're not there.
Yeah.
So just work on it, and the life is the best gift we all have got.
That's true.
So
That's true.
just care for it and do good.
Yeah. Be kind.
Be kind to each other, and love, and
I
we
love.
need
I
all.
was going to say
Yeah,
love.
yeah, and we all
I was
need
going to say
a little
love.
bit of humor and wit also. I think
Yeah,
the
that's true.
world is getting very,
Too serious. Like
yeah, it
anything is
is.
triggering. Now these days,
Everything
anything,
is triggering, and
everything is
you can't.
triggering. If you
What
say
a
something,
joke
you're
was
shaming me.
2 decades back. Now people are getting, they're getting the emotional damage on this. So we need more Sharon in this world.
Yes.
This Sharon Gibson podcast should be compulsory.
Thank
Yeah, everybody has to take some time off and listen to her. Life will be beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time. I'm
Uh,
so grateful
it's
for
always a
you.
pleasure, Sharon.
Thank
Anytime for you.
you. Thank you. So before I leave, I'm gonna go over the top rule for today. Adore your detours. Detours are, the things, your
Yeah,
weaknesses, things that, that aren't really right
they're
or
not going as per your tour.
exactly. And
Yeah,
trust the timing of your life. Where you are now is where you're supposed to be. And just take baby steps. You don't have to rush to do
yeah,
anything. Little by little, before you realize you're making an ocean, and aim to be great. Have a winner's mindset. Make sure that whatever
absolutely.
you're doing in your head, you're going to win, no matter how long it takes, whether it's a decade, 2 decades, 5 years, 3 decades, 4 decades. Aim to be
Yeah.
great and have a winner's mindset. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for listening to Being Sharon Gibson's podcast. I love you as much as you love yourself. Until next time, bye. Bye, Deep.
Bye, Sharon. Thanks for
Thank
having me. It
You're
was lovely
welcome.
talking to you.
Lovely talking to you too.
Have got a strong and positive mind. Don't give up on yourself.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment and like for more.